Hello, fellow Marvelers. It's been 3 years since Avengers Endgame released, and now it's time for episode 5 of Moon Knight. So, I'm going to be playing that on my screen. Of course, we can't watch it together because I'll be uploading this later. But if you are a fellow Marveler, make sure you tap subscribe to Vibe with my awesome Max tribe. This is the penultimate episode, the second to last episode of this 6 CD event. 6 event series? I guess that's it. Alright then, time for episode 5 of Moon Knight. Day and night. It's called Asylum, and Mark and Steven search through their memories to find their truth or become left behind. It's gonna be a great ride. I can't wait. Alright, I'm gonna get started on this awesome Max ride and keep on watching for more surprises. Alright, so by the time the Marvel Studios logo comes up with the comics and the scenes from the awesome Max movies, and you can check out my reviews of them, of course, down the list on my channel. But while this studio logo loads, let me bring you up to speed on what happens. So basically, Mark and Steven are two distinct personalities of our Moon Knight, and Khonshu, the moon god, has been imprisoned in stone. So Khonshu got stoned, and Mark and Spectre are now trying to figure out what happens when, at the last scene of the previous episode, a hippopotamus in Egyptian god costume walks through the doors and says, "Hi, Moon Knight is dead." So I guess the hippopotamus is an Egyptian god for afterlife or whatever it is, purgatory, like in Dante's Infernal Paradise. What was it? Paradiso. Yeah. So divine comedy, you know. So I guess now they are going to be in that, you know, do we go back to the world or do we go on into the afterlife or whatever it is. But yeah, nice that the two personalities can talk to each other even after they've been shot 2 times in the chest. That's so true that they are insane, both of them. Nice. Through the doors. It's kind of reminding me of how in Matrix sometimes Neo used to break through a door and it used to be somewhere else because it had been shut before he had broken through it. So anyway, I like this new mythological, mystical approach by Marvel, and this was a great series to get into the MCU. What do you guys think? Yeah, so as soon as I saw that there is a scales thing in the picture, remember Ethan Hawke's character had done that thing with his cane in which he puts the cane on the wrists of people and the scales tattooed on his arm, they move about, and if it's one way, the person lives, and if it's the other way, the person dies. Basically evil before they've committed it and stuff like that. The judgment, so to speak. Alright, so and yeah, I was pretty sure. Okay, so Mark is making a plan to kill the hippo and steal the boat, but I think it's doing exactly what it did. The scales are tossing around one way or the other because that's what the scales tattooed on Ethan Hawke's arm had done when he had tried to judge the soul of Moon Knight. Yeah, so the hearts are the problem. It's going really well. I mean, it's a combination of mythology, CGI, split personality. I mean, I'm getting reminded of Fight Club and Kings of Egypt all in the same frame. So, good going, Marvel. Let's keep it going. So they are going through their life's memories, or rather they've just started to go through their life's memories so that they can balance the scales against time, of course, because the hippo has said that if you can't balance the scales by the time you arrive at the field of reeds, then your souls will be destroyed. Anyway, not like that. So I'm talking about the memory of them spinning the night sky around, Khonshu and Mr. Knight with the suit, not the proper fighting suit, the business suit, and Layla, and they're just spinning the night sky around. Kind of reminds me of a clear night up in the Himalayas near the Hanle Observatory where I just was recently. You can check out my Ladakh trip shots also for an awesome Max experience. It's just beautiful to see that and get reminded of that. Okay, so they're moving on to the next memory. Digging into memories, and I like how Marvel switch into nostalgia mode with their late 80s, 90s, even 70s flashbacks, and and there are those vintage glass Coca-Cola bottles which are like this high, and birthday cake. Time for some cake, do you think? Also, what do you think? Have you seen Moon Knight, or are you watching this to find out if you should see it? Because I think you should see it. Of course, the last episode comes out next week, so alright, progress. Fugue State is a Breaking Bad shout out, man. Walt Whitman, played by the one and only Bryan Cranston, who I also love in Malcolm in the Middle, goes naked in a supermarket and passes it off as a fugue state. But alright, things are getting serious here. False alarm. The origin of Moon Knight. He is about to die in the temple of Khonshu. Of course, and there we go. F. Murray Abraham with her water waste. And so begins the dialogue between Moon God and Avatar. Okay, that's a pretty hilarious way to give them a reason to go back into the world. It's like Light's souls are dropping from the sky into the underworld because of Harrow. And the hippo god is all like, yeah, sure, I'll send you back up there, but you'll only be a body without Khonshu's powers. So we are back inside another psychiatry scene with Harrow as the psychiatrist, and they haven't given up on that yet. But all this mixture of psychiatry and mythology and everything. Oh, he said, there is no progress without understanding, and it triggered my memory of having said progress just a few minutes ago. Progress in the plot. Right, alright, get it moving. The guy says, I prefer cricket, just because he's an Englishman. Yeah. Well, we are watching IPL these days too. You can check out my IPL shorts as well if you're in India. If not, check out something new in your life. He's batting the bejesus out of the sand creature. Well, I'm watching it and I'm not kind of liking this bit, because the paradise they are showing is reminding me of Gladiator, with the field of wheat as far as the eye can see and a golden sunset and all. But let's see what goes on next. Something is happening. Nothing happened and the episode ended. Well, bit of a cliffhanger ending, I would say, that is obviously made unimportant by the fact that, of course, we knew that Moon Knight and Khonshu are going to get together and they're going to beat the bejesus out of Harrow, and Layla is going to get back together with them. But of course, these are all happy ending conjectures. So what do you guys think is going to happen in the season finale, or rather the series finale of Moon Knight? And are we going to see any Avengers? This is going to be happening just before Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness comes out. So I've shared my thoughts about that as well yesterday. Check that out as well. And if, like I said, if you're a fellow Marveler, Excelsior, and tap that subscribe button to vibe with my awesome Max tribe. Thanks so much for your time. It's 4 minutes 20 seconds left for the credits. I'm going to watch if there is end credit scene or some sort of a mid credit scene, but seems unlikely. But let's see, with Marvel, who knows? Am I right?